Hello Geminis, welcome to your December 2025 tarot reading. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Coco and this is Birdsong Musings Tarot. Sorry if you can hear the train. I do live in a city and the walls are thin here. So you might hear some things and I do apologize for that in advance. Now, this is a general reading. It is not a one-to-one private reading, so it's not going to connect with absolutely everybody out there all of the time. So if that's happening for you today, do please consider checking out the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. Also, if this reading does connect with you, do please check out your sun, moon, and rising sign readings as well, because it just paints a full picture of what's going on for us in the month. And if you're new here, welcome into the channel. Thank you for joining me today. I do hope that you consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, or leaving a comment. I will be putting out some 2026 prediction readings towards the end of December, so do stay updated for those. And if you're not new here, of course, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again for another reading. And if you like this format better than my previous format, please leave me a comment and let me know. All right, so I'm just going to cleanse your space right here. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Risings. And I'm pulling quite a few cards today for you. We're going to pull, of course, your tarot cards, but we're also going to pull 2 general energy cards for you, 2 cards of advice at the end of the reading after we've talked through most of it. And we will also see which animal angels are walking with you and protecting you through the month. So let's just go right ahead and begin. You've got number 35, Loyal Heart. Your connections and one-to-one relationships are very much on your mind in the month. Let's see here what else is going on, generally speaking, for Geminis and Gemini dominant people. Ooh, that almost fell off. Oh, lovely. You've got lavender. Tranquility, kindness, and self-care. So you're taking care of yourself. It's a calm time. I feel like the color purple is really a theme here, and my nails are purple, and there's a purple amethyst crystal right here. But you'll see this card is purple, and of course lavender is purple. You've also got some selenite in this card, which is funny because I have also selenite right here. So we've got like a purple and white vibe going on. And also, I forgot to mention, if you don't want to see the cards come out in real time, you can totally feel free to skip this part and just skip ahead to where I begin really speaking about the cards in depth, okay? If you don't feel like watching everything happen. Woo! Okay, you've got 2 cards here. 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords. In a transition period, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed with it. What's the challenge here for them? 5 of Cups. Oof, yeah, a lot of overwhelmed energies here. What's the opportunity for these Geminis? Opportunity for them in December, please. Page of Swords. You could have a new idea brimming on the horizon, a new thing that you want to start. Yeah, you may be at the end of a chapter and you're like moving on to the next one, moving into the new year, feeling like shit, 2025 has been not great. You might be feeling that way. Yeah, the Fool's right on the bottom. This is like a new beginning. So you're really trying to usher in that new year. Let's see what's going on across the month of December. What's going on across the month of December, please? Thank you. 8 of Cups. Yeah, there you are in that transition. Yeah. Clear as day. Queen of Pentacles. You want to move on to something fruitful, fulfilling, more money, better health. Got the King of Pentacles right here too. So maybe you want to move in with your partner. You're really focusing on your relationship with your partner or your loved ones at this time. Let's see what else is going on across December for these Geminis, please. What's unfolding for them? Ace of Cups. Yeah, lovely. You're really focusing on love. Again, on like self-care. That's coming up too. Finding moments of calm and stillness. And the 8 of Wands. things will pick up at least towards the end of the month for you. And I feel like you're thinking about travel. Let's see the end of December, the outcome of the situation in December. What's the outcome at the end of the month for these Geminis, please? Got the Five of Swords. I'm going to clarify that Five of Swords later on, okay? Let's just get how your guides want you to show up at this time. Strength card. They want you to be strong. They know that not everything's easy right now. How else do they want you Geminis to show up? How are you guiding these Geminis to act and behave in this time? Hierophant. So you got two major arcana here, so that's really strong advice. They're like, you got this. Let's get some clarification. Let's see what you're leaving behind, Geminis. What are these Geminis leaving behind in December of 2025? Okay, instantly, there's that Five of Swords. 2 times. I'm just being told triggers. Things that trigger you. I feel like trigger your self-doubt. Okay, what else are they leaving behind in December of 2025? Oh, there's the Hermit, and another card fell, but they're telling me that it's not necessary. So let me go just put it back into my deck. The Hermit is feeling like you're in a very reflective period, like you're kind of by yourself. We'll get more into that, of course. Can we clarify this opportunity with the Page of Swords, please? Thank you. Three of Wands there. And let's see this Five of Swords at the end of the month. What's this Five of Swords saying here? Can you tell me more about this Five of Swords in the outcome energy? Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Nine of Wands. Where's the wheel turning, please? The Sun. Fabulous. Okay, thank you very much. Lastly, we'll get this Hierophant clarified. What do you want to say here with this Hierophant, please? The Death card. Be ready for change. Be ready for change in 2026. Okay. But I feel like December is when it begins for you, Geminis. And the Queen of Cups. There was a solo energy that came out with that, so interesting. I don't know if like you are feeling kind of lonely. I don't know what's going on with that, but let's get into your reading and just go ahead. You've got loyal heart in your general energy. This means that you're focusing on your one-to-one relationships, Geminis, and I feel like there is a relationship particularly in your life, so maybe a lover, a best friend. There's just somebody here who you feel very loyal to, committed to, and you're really thinking about them in the long term of your life. You're exchanging gifts with this person. You might feel like there's just a really nice time spent with them in the month. Maybe this is somebody who's new in your life and you're dating again and you're putting yourself out there and you meet somebody in December who I think will really be like a match for you, because you'll see that these owls on here, they're like a match. They look a bit like each other, really. So you might look like this person in a way. And you've also got the lavender card. Maybe you have lavender, or maybe you like the smell of lavender. This is the card of tranquility, kindness, and self-care. So this is your focus for the month, and this may be something that you're trying to implement. So it may be that you are trying to bring more self-care into your life. You're trying to bring more kindness and empathy into your life for other people or for yourself, and trying to be more tranquil, trying to have those spots and moments of calm across the month, especially as we move into the holidays when things can get quite stressful and quite busy. I actually want to clarify this Loyal Heart card. Can you tell me more about what's happening, unfolding in this relationship for Geminis in December? King of Cups, beautiful, because you've got the Queen of Cups over here. Interesting. What's going on and unfolding in this relationship for Geminis? Six of Cups. It's just a nice time with them. Okay, it's just really nice. You feel at home with this person. You feel like you belong with them. Knight of Cups underneath. Yeah, lots of love. lots of love in December. I feel like it's just some nice times. And you're here actually in the month going through something. I like that you're having like a safe space, a soft place to land with this person and this relationship because you're going through something. Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords, you're in a transition period in December, quite literally transitioning into 2026, but also you're just looking back at 2025 and being like, yeah, that was a doozy. That was a hard one. And you're feeling quite tired in December. So please do be aware of when you're mentally feeling fatigued. Like if you feel like you're on social media too much, please do limit your time on there. Please do limit your time just like looking at screens in general, overthinking things. Try not to get too in your head this month. I know that's like, yeah, telling a Gemini that, it's like you literally short circuit when people tell you not to think about stuff too much because you're like, that is my life. And I know because I have a Gemini stellium in my chart. I have a lot of Gemini energy. I totally get it. We are overthinkers. But right now, this is about surrendering to what's happening and surrendering to the natural flow of things. I feel like you are in a place where you feel reflective about the year that has passed, and it's bringing up some difficult memories and difficult feelings. And that's showing up here with the Five of Cups as well. Just feeling regret or thinking about your losses this year. How can we think about your wins? How can we balance this energy? Because I'm sure you have had wins across the year, okay? And you've had to battle it out really because your guides are showing up here telling you to tap into the Strength card energy, tap into your courage, your bravery. This is also about loyalty to yourself, to your commitments, to your relationships. This person is literally holding open the mouth of a lion. So you have really gone through a lot in 2025. And I feel like there's been moments across the year where you have felt triggered, where you have felt like there's a lot of self-doubt and self-criticism. And there is an energy of maybe feeling manipulated by other people or feeling wronged by the world, by the universe, or just by other people. And this has led you to retreat. This is the Hermit. This is you really examining what has happened in the year, thinking about it, reflecting in a journal, talking through it with somebody. And it's a triggering experience. I feel like it might actually have you feeling really vulnerable. However, the opportunity here is the Page of Swords. You've got new ideas flowing through you in regards to the new year. You have the ability also to take your pain and turn it into something. Okay, so something creative, like I said before, journaling. But if you do music, maybe writing music, writing a film, turning this into something creative or using a creative outlet when you feel triggered or when you feel upset about what has happened or something that's happening maybe in December. You've just got the opportunity to channel this energy. You can even talk about it. You know, the Page of Swords is that chit-chatty kind of energy. Talk about it with somebody, get it out. Just, it needs to kind of find its way out of your brain and into the world. And I feel like doing that onto a physical thing, like in a physical way, will help you. And you're thinking a lot about the future. You've got the Three of Wands. You're formulating ideas for the new year. You're really thinking about the intentions you want to set for the new year. And I kind of want to see what your intentions are. What are Geminis thinking about for the new year? What do they want to bring in? Eight of Pentacles. You're setting intentions around your behaviors and your everyday approaches to things. So you could be telling yourself, like, I want to have a new routine. I want to have new supplements. I wanted to do these vitamins. I want to have, a walk in the morning, every morning before work. There's just some new habits and behaviors that you're trying to bring in. And you're trying to get better at something, maybe trying to get better at your at your workplace, or you're trying to get better when it comes to a creative hobby. You just want to give and dedicate your time to new things. And the card that fell on the ground right there was the Queen of Wands. You want a year that's going to have you feeling happy, and most of all, have you feeling passionate about something. I feel like that's really important for you, Geminis, to have in general. You're an air sign. And I think when you feel impassioned, when you feel like a lust for life, when you feel like you're having fun and social and you're warm and you're just feeling confident, like there's an air of self-confidence about this Queen of Wands. She's very in tune with who she is. She's very out there and self-assured and playful and independent. This is what you want to bring in the new year. This is who you want to be and how you want to feel. I see you here with the Eight of Cups. Yeah, quite literally moving on from what has happened emotionally. You're really trying to process those feelings in December. And in December, you could feel like you are moving on from something. Maybe you're choosing to leave a job. Maybe you're choosing to leave a home. I feel like you're making a decision that comes from this feeling of loss or defeat, or just feeling exhausted and tired with how things have been. And you're saying, no more. I'm ready to process this and let it go. You're moving towards the Queen of Pentacles. You want more money, more stability, and better health. And in December, I feel like you are able to get people the gifts that they want, because I just see you feeling really stable in, like, across all of these difficult feelings. Financially, I feel like you are very stable, which is a blessing, especially in the holiday season. You're really feeling like you're spending good time at home, like you're enjoying your home space, and feeling like you can enjoy the comforts of life. So maybe you're receiving gifts from people and they're just really great gifts. It might be gifts of money, actually. And here you are with the Ace of Cups. This is, again, that tranquility that I spoke to about this lavender card, giving yourself kindness and trying to work through emotions that are difficult to where you get to a place that feels cleansing and healing. So you're going through quite a healing process in the month. And by the end of the month, you've got this Eight of Wands. You're thinking about travel, I feel like. And this month could feel quite busy. The Eight of Wands is like that busy energy where things just kind of feel like they're moving quite quickly. So you might blink and December will be over. I'm going to clarify this Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, please, here for these Geminis. What is this speaking to, please? The Womb card. This is a special card in this deck. This does not exist in most other tarot decks. The womb is all about creation, of course. It is like in utero. So Eight of Wands, you're really putting into action, actually, quite quickly, the things that you want to bring into the year, the new year. And there's certainly a big focus on healing and self-care. Let's go ahead and see what's going on at the end of the month. You got the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's that triggered feeling coming up again. This may be a person in your life, Gemini, who you see around the holidays who does trigger you. And it's got you just feeling like, ugh, I don't want to be around people. I'm feeling very sensitive, or I'm feeling like just not really good mentally, and I just need to be by myself. And I feel like that's perfectly valid and perfectly okay if you do want to do that. If there is a person or people around you in your family, your friend group that you see around the holidays who they kind of get on your nerves, or they're just not nice people in general. They could be people who kind of pick on you, or they like to poke you and annoy you. They may be somebody who talks behind your back, or I'm getting somebody who talks about people. And so you're kind of sitting there thinking, what do they say about me when I'm not there? All right, I'm just picking up on somebody like that. And I'm getting that it's a friend for some people. Like it might be like a cousin or something, or somebody in like maybe your partner's family. But I'm also picking up on a friend. They're less of a friend and more of an acquaintance, okay? Also, this could just be you, of course, feeling triggered by the holidays. It's a stressful time for a lot of people. Or again, like I was saying before, thinking about what has happened in the past year and just processing those emotions, getting kind of triggered by the self-doubt, self-criticism that might inherently come up with these feelings of regret or loss, or, why did I do that? Why didn't I do this instead? It could have turned out so much better for me. It's like we got to leave those feelings behind, and I see you doing that. This Five of Swords is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands, and the Sun. Things are moving from a place of suffering and a lot of like paranoia, feeling defensive, feeling like you just can't get there. When are you going to get there? Where's the deadline? Where's the end of the tunnel here? I said deadline, but I meant end line. So you might actually have a deadline in December, or you might have had a lot of deadlines across the year. You're moving from that energy to joy. You're trying to transition into joy, fun, vitality, tapping back into your body, having a good time with life, just being able to travel, I feel like is also something you really want to do in 2026. That's where the wheel is turning. I don't feel like it's going to turn immediately. If I'm going to be honest, I want to see how much longer this kind of period is going to be for you. So let's see in how many weeks can Geminis expect this wheel to turn for them? Starting at the beginning of 2026, please. Thank you. How many weeks will this take? Yeah, 4. So it'll take from the beginning of the year 4 weeks. So I feel like beginning of February is when things will kind of start to shift for you. I really feel like March, once Jupiter Stations Direct, is going to change for us all. I feel like the energy is just going to get a lot smoother. It's not going to be at the flip of a switch, but February is when you can expect the new year to really take effect, okay? Not only are you told to tap into your reserves and that you are such a strong person, you've done such a good job with it, keep doing a good job with it, and don't bury your head in the sand about anything. You can face hard things, you can get things done. That's your first advice. You've also got the Hierophant. So this is asking you first and foremost, is there somebody in your life who you can go to and talk to and get advice from? Is there somebody who is like a mentor or a leader in your community, a religious leader? Is there somebody who is like a mental health professional, a therapist of yours, a parent, an elder, a grandparent, somebody along these lines? Is there somebody who you can talk to and get advice from about what you're going through, who can actually kind of guide you and help you understand what's going on in your own life so that you can move forward in a more informed way? And I was just told that this is your transition period right now in December, and not just December, just generally the next few months, the past few months. You're in a transition period, and your guides are encouraging you to reach out to contacts, connections of yours, and community to establish that for yourself, because it'll strengthen you across the transition. And Queen of Cups, yeah, a mental health professional I feel like would really benefit you here, because this is about your emotions and feeling emotionally fulfilled and stable. The Queen of Cups is somebody who is very emotionally stable, and I see it like, I feel like in this transition, you are struggling with that. You're struggling to be like, okay, what is it that I clearly want? I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling my best. I may be struggling with my mental health. So let's go ahead and get your advice from 2 different decks, and then we're going to pull an Archangel Animal Oracle card to see which animal angels are with you right now. All right, your first card, yeah, very reminiscent of this Loyal Heart card that you've got. Embrace partnership, joyful connections, really embracing community and the connections that you have right now in life. A harmonious relationship creates joy. It is a bond that is free from attachments to power, money, or status. Accept your friends and partners as they are. Release all judgment. All right, some more advice, please, here for these Geminis in December of 2025. You've got the Taste card. I love this card. This card speaks to, of course, enjoying food. This is a sensory card. So, like, maybe you are somebody who loves to cook. You might like to bake, or you just might like to be the taste tester. That's me, okay? That's me too. My boyfriend is the cook, and I'm the taste tester. So enjoy good food, and also be aware of the things that you say. Be gentle with your words and be kind, especially to yourself right now, Gemini, because what you speak to yourself, it becomes real. There's a quote by Buddha that I always remember when this card comes out, and it says, "What we think, we are. What we think, comma, we are." And I really think it's the same with speaking to ourselves. The way we speak to ourselves, it creates our reality. So be aware of that, Geminis. But yeah, enjoy food. God, enjoy drinks. If you like to make drinks and try different drinks, enjoy that too. Please make yourselves known to these Geminis. Thank you. Oh wow, I don't often pull the Panda card. I haven't pulled this card in such a long time. You are guided by Panda. Stay balanced and in your essence. If you work with archangels, pandas are ruled over by archangels Mary, Jophiel, and Sandalphon. So I am going to get the long message from the guidebook for you. The Panda card asks you to stay in balance. Notice how you are tested to develop your masculine and feminine energies, so that the yin and yang energies receive and take action. Then apply yourself to the lessons that you learn. This will enable you to heal yourself and others. Pandas are black and white to indicate that they are in balance and can help people see from a more enlightened perspective. If provoked, they demonstrate formidable masculine power. They also show incredible maternal instinct towards their cubs, who, when very young, are extremely tiny and totally helpless. These solitary, peaceful animals are heart healers. Their hearts radiate truth, innocence, and purity, and they embody the symbol of the blue rose. So if you see a blue rose in the month of December, that is a sign from the universe that this message is for you. Keep your heart pure and light. When you think of a panda, the angel Mary connects you directly to the soul of the universe to receive healing and love. So if you can channel those qualities, you are being led by Panda to bring yourself more in balance out your masculine and feminine energies. I don't like using those terms. I really feel like it's better explained with yin and yang, the receiving energy, the calm, the sitting back energy, and then yang is that action energy, the charging forward and taking control of a situation. Balancing those things out, but also keeping your heart pure and light, keeping your intentions pure and light, especially when it comes to stressful situations that might throw you out of balance. All right, so that is all I have for you today, and I hope this reading was very helpful. If it was, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel. I will see you next time for the 2026 predictions that I put out towards the end of the month. So yeah, I'll see you then. Enjoy your holidays, enjoy your December, and take very good care.